So that was fun. Let's try that again. Will, I'm just now picking up on the fact that when you're like no trash emote, but then you throw the crate out there, that you're like, there's a trash can in RCR, which is an excellent point. It's not even so much about having Final Fantasy based FFC emotes as it is, why don't I just have the trash can from RCR there too? I'm a little slow, you see. Don't pick up on things right away. But we got there in the end. No Raven skip. Rip. To me, still, like, the truly hilarious part about the changes, like the change that I've made to my approach to this run, and the one bit of luck that I need, or not need, that I want, are right next to each other halfway through the run. So it's like, get through the first half of the run and try to keep pace. Get to what was previously the hardest boss fight by making the boss before it the hardest boss fight, and then doing that hard boss fight too. And then after that, you want good luck to not lose 20 seconds just from a random bird. So it's basically going to be like, how many runs do I have to throw at that sequence before I A, get it right, and then B, still finish that run? Back in a sec. Yeah, me too. Like, literally, this happening at the beginning of the run, it's like standing for the national anthem before a sporting event in the US. It's just like, would you all please rise? Grab that carrot. Yo, Noise Police is up. And chillin' to some FF4. Thank you for the good luck, sir. I hope you're well. I hope you're awake late for good reasons. Sorcerer, please. You want to see a gold, huh? My gold Mist Dragon is baffling. That happened a couple nights ago. We had so many crits that I couldn't complete the dupe because he died first, which was bad. So it was like, technically it was a gold split, but it was a dead run. Yeah, I get 3 crits during the first cycle. Oh, nice. I said the word crit out loud and... Thanks. Yeah, anywhere in and around 10 minutes is great. Okay, we'll go 38. Thank you. Yeah, this is your standard Super NES with, because it supported S-Video, running through a retro tank. Oh boy. Anyone want to become famous? Ooh, baby. He doesn't say Polly want a cracker. He says you're under arrest. Matching damage rolls. That was kind of cool. Okay. So again, I'm aiming for a 22 frame window for the encounter seed. If I hit the center of it, then we will walk all the way north to the mountain range, hang a right, and then get an encounter before we go out into the desert. If I hit one of the outskirt ranges, then we don't get an encounter until after Kaipo. So if I don't get an encounter by the time we hit the desert... Oh, there we go. We're good. We hit the center of the range. We have 8 seeds to choose from. They're all good. There's a lot of music in this game. There's a lot of really good music. Like, every character has their own theme. Like, they're all walking around with boomboxes, playing their theme tune. Okay, no encounters until we get into the watery pass from here. This is good. Got all 3 run buffers. Charge! Or attack! Or whatever. Oh, that's an opera technique? That's kind of cool. Leitmotif, that sounds familiar. I am not learned in these ways, but that does sound familiar. Alright, so no encounters until we get into the watery pass, and then we'll see what we're working with. Do we get one of the better, like 2 or 3 seeds, or do we get one of the absolutely fine other ones? We're down to 4 seeds now. We're down to 3 seeds now. We're down to 2 seeds now. Let's just pretend Star Wars invented it. So this is the neat thing about encounter seeds that are right next to each other. Like, some of them line up well enough that despite all of the encounters I've had so far, it's still 2 of them have those same encounters on those same steps. There we go. We've got it. Seed 141. I like that. It's a light green. Not like a deep rich green like we've had before. But that's okay. It's still a light green. Like I said, we aim for that 8-frame window because like this is probably, you know, in the middle of them, so like it's fine. They're all fine. Well, again, like the run I finished last night, the run I finished was a deep green with 10 bad encounters. It didn't matter. It mattered a little bit. I was still ahead because I had Carrot. You know, like thanks to Carrot, I still saved 30 seconds. And that offset some of the bad encounters, but they just kept piling on. It was wild. I kind of missed the R button there for a second. I didn't run right away. No extra steps here. There aren't many extra steps in this one. Which is good. If it's a green seed and there aren't many extra steps, that means that just the encounter layout that the seed gives you by default is pretty good. And we'll have one more encounter in the next room. Indeed. Yeah, it's perfect. Like I would love art of that. I would pay for like framed art of that on my wall. It's one lit one. It's 2 lit ones. Now who gets the next turn? This time it is prettier. Just 3 lit ones. Down to 3. Nice. So that turn order makes the fight a bit slower because I can't stop Tella early enough. Because I need his turn in order to make sure that Cecil has his turn and can do all of the trash can prep menuing during the spiel about great job, it's slowing down, blah blah bloop. So yes, and that's without the tiara, that I believe there's like no chance of getting those friendly hits. But with the tiara, which we kind of swiped from Mist Village before we're supposed to be able to, it makes life a bit easier. Okay. No extra steps, no optional steps. Just straight up, let's get here. And it looks like... Alright. Looks like we have 3 encounters on the way to Antlion and then 6 back out. Just can't seem to get... And I don't know what a normal number of encounters for the whole Antlion cave is, but 9 feels like a lot. I'm sure that Exodus has stats on that sort of thing somewhere. Since he has all the encounter seeds. I mean, it's all basically on the website. I would just have to peel it off and like do research myself if it's not readily available. But it's a curiosity of mine. And thank you. I too am a fan of the fast menuing. I would say half of my practice is menuing for like getting comfy with turn orders for boss fights, and the other half of it is just like flat out menuing for prep before battles, dealing with specific circumstances where you have like shopping and like there's so much menuing in this game. And in this run in particular. And that's what pretty much all of my notes are just guides, visual guides to be like, hey, in case you've forgotten, during this fight, these 3 items have to move around and you have to make time for it. Otherwise, you're either going to have to lose time because something's going to be out of place, or you're going to have to spend some of your turns toward the end against Golbez to make sure that you've got everything in the right spot for the glitch. Because a lot of the little bits of menuing are more to try to optimize what's the next item I'm going to need. Alright, let's shove that toward the top and push other stuff out of the way. So that you don't have to go hunting for an item. That's the goal, is that you never have to hunt for an item. But sometimes you don't get a choice. Okay, so the good news is everybody's alive for Antlion. Hooray! We get to keep our life potion. For now. No! Killer damage rolls. Nice. Hooray for not losing time in the Antlion split. Now let's have 6 encounters on the way out. Indeed. Indeed. Okay. That is all of them. Edward, whose harp playing is so bad, he can wake up water hags and drive them to violence. This is the hard stuff right here. Focus. Alright, that's 2. Let's see if we can get the third one. So the funny thing is that depending on where your in-game timer is, or where you plan for it to be, there actually is relevance to this section, because you use pause strats during the dialogue to pause the in-game timer while not actually stopping the run from continuing, because the dialogue will continue all the way through until the next time that it's like your turn to act, essentially, or like just before. So during that fight, you can save 30 seconds on your in-game timer by strategically pausing. You can do the same, also save 30 seconds when Tella is beating beating Edward senseless with his staff. But that's only if you are looking to position your in-game timer to a specific position, or to get to a specific window for executing the glitch at the end. I am opting to not do any pausing currently, because my PB was like right at the front end of a safe 2-minute range, but I did like 1 minute and 10 seconds or so of pause strats. So knowing that I can potentially save like 1 minute, we'll just say roughly 1 minute. If I save 1 minute and continue to do the pause strats, I'll be in a bad spot for my in-game timer. So what I want to do is not do any pausing, and then that minute will offset the minute of pausing from in-game timer from pause strats, and I'll still be in the good range. Because that's essentially like the moment you leave Fusoya's room. If it's not a good time, like literally, if it's not a good time, the game just crashes. Or you get stuck. Like you don't go where you're supposed to go. And the run is dead. 1 encounter on the way up. Okay. I know it is possible. It is possible for you to know, based upon the initial damage rolls, how many rounds this fight is going to be, because the rest of it is all dictated by that first round of damage rolls. So this is looking like a 4 or a 5. Hopefully it's a 4. Hit him. Okay, cool. I know it is possible to use pausing to manipulate, to kind of change the damage rolls and potentially save a round, but I don't know enough about it. Okay. Two encounters down the mountain, that was one of them. And then 2 more on the walk to Fabul. Okay. That's it. Yeah, I've heard that there are all sorts of quality of life improvements in randomizers. So close. Like 7 damage away. Oh, that's a gift. Okay. That would have been a bonus. I will take the gift where Edward didn't actually get hit. It's uncommon for me to be able to actually get the kills on both of them. That's, I believe, like part of it's the run buffer, but part of it is ATB luck as well. Because there are just different ATB gauges that the fight can start with. You can't control that. Smash. Oh, baby. That's a goodie. It's fine. Don't forget to dupe the Fire Claw. So the Water Hag has been giving Edward what for, and no one else. The Water Hag has hit Edward twice. Oh no, I should have backed out of that attack. It's fine. Lost like a second because I had him attack and he didn't have to. So that's fine. Really good gauntlet. Really, really good. I will take that. Yes, I believe Von Ivan's name for this split is Kane Goes Full Bitch. Whereas in reality, for the run, you know, story beat aside, you want him to dole out as much damage on Cecil as possible. If he can get Cecil down to critical HP in one jump, that's potentially the fastest. Okay, concentrate. 2 optional steps out of 10. So we're not taking any optional steps right here. I like the one in the King's Room. So I'm going to take one here. I'm going straight up. I'm going to walk straight up to the counter so that I don't take the 2 optional steps in here. So I've taken 1 so far. And to take the one in the King's Room, I just walk directly to the left off the carpet. Okay, there are my 2 optional steps. We've completed the Fireclaw dupe. Cecil has the black sword equipped now. And Rydia can keep the tiara because we're doing carrot strats on Mylon. Okay. So, take your time shopping. Please take your time shopping. I made 2 shopping mistakes in the previous attempt. And I spent extra time selling one of them back because I know that I've lost a run. That wasn't a PB, but I lost a run at the end because I made 2 shopping mistakes, and there's a limited range that your gold can be in for the glitch at the end to work. If your gold is too low because you bought too much extra stuff, you won't complete, it won't take you where you want to go. I'm doing fine. This pace is really good. So just, you know, you can take 3 extra seconds buying things to make sure that you spend the right amount of money. If you really need to, it's fine. Thank you, Elrock. Okay. Nice and easy on the shopping here. Just nice and easy. Let's get exactly the things we need. No duplicate purchases. Like I said, I'll take a few extra seconds there to not heck up my inventory for later. And I'll do well to remember that when I get to Baron. Because that shop is pretty precarious as well. Yeah, when you do Sorcerer, when you do Paladin, specifically just Paladin, you don't have to go to the armor shop first. In fact, the shop is real easy here. If you're being nice and aggressive, you go over to the item shop, you buy 20 Cure 2s, and that's it. And then you just up out of there. All the other shopping I'm doing is because I need better armor for folks later in the run. And that's going to be one of the only options that I get. Or I need items for the glitch. Not at all. No, the money, like, that was the weird thing for me when learning No Credit Warp in the first place. Because when I was taught Paladin, during the Mist Dragon fight, you do Cecil's shield. In No Credit Warp, you do Kane's shield because it sells for less. And that's the first big change. Is that you can't be carrying around all the gold from selling the duped version of Cecil's shield. It's too much. Well, it's weird, because you start the dupe with Cecil's menu, and then you finish it with Kain, so you also split up the inputs for the item dupe between the two of them. You do the first half of it with Cecil, like unequipping his shield in the process. But then after the next time you get a turn with Kain, then you finish it. Okay, I only have one more encounter on the way up. So I have to make sure... Fingers off bumpers. Because I've got to get Porum's HP down. Okay. Good. Good so far. Am I really dropping frames right now? Did our internet drop? I'm on an amazing run right now.
Is it filming at least when you're finished streaming?
Yeah, I can't talk right now.
Sorry.
It's okay. I think it came back up. Just so you know. No problem. Okay. We're back. Yeah. You missed. You missed all the good parts of the run. Luckily, I'm locally recording, though. Because this is a Paladin PB, if nothing else. It's a big old Paladin PB. Oh my god. Who was asking for a gold earlier? Oh yeah, everything worked fine. We've got the choco bars up now. So now we're gonna check to see if we have a good bird or not. Yeah, clearly spliced. And if it's spliced, I'll get a good bird. Alright, so I've got no optional steps on the way down. 5 encounters on the way down. It was wild, like right in between the Mylon and Mylon Z fights. My wife came downstairs because the internet completely, like everything that we have completely dropped out. It was just wild timing. Shoot. Right? Okay. It's a bad bird. Because of course it is. The bird is always bad. I don't need your luck, bird. I'm gonna do it myself. Yeah, verify that it's not spliced because I couldn't get a good bird even if I was trying to. Ugh. Okay. So we'll take 2 extra steps once we land. Like you do. Okay. Take your time shopping. It's fine. It's good. We got everything we needed. Hit Yang, please. Or Yang. No, Yang. Dang. It's fine. Okay. And we're gonna walk into the save room and take 10 extra steps. Yes. Yeah, it counts. There's nothing about it that does not qualify for the Paladin PB. Run buffer, cover, change. Sure. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 optional steps in Toroian Castle. Excuse me. Two extra steps. So there's a part in my notes here that says, right here, it says, use an ether on Tella, damn it. To remind myself not to try to go and immediately cast exit with Tella because his MP is still glitched. Always listen. It just wouldn't work. It just fails. Not this one, because he's kind of tucked away in a corner. Like, I've done it before, which is why the note exists. Okay. We're not entering the save room here. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. Oops, all dead. Oh no! Wait, scripted death, everything's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, shit. I don't know if that mattered. God, I hope that didn't matter. Well, if it did. I don't have time to find out. Like accidentally stepping to the left there on that screen. Not steps and steps don't matter on every screen. So we'll see. I haven't had to take that many steps in that area before, so I was just kind of reading my notes real close. Okay, so there should only be one encounter before Flame Dog, and I should be able to take... It's not until, like, the 37th step here, and I would really love for that to be correct. Yeah, I fucked it up. God damn it. Alright, well, I'm off step route now. It's okay, though. Yuppers. So those are the 3 encounters I am supposed to get on that floor, but I'm not supposed to get them that early. This is an extra one. Everything now will be extra, which stinks. Okay. Cool. That's perfect. So Yang was alive for the Flame Dog fight, which would be the only experience that we would have wanted to go to be routed a little bit better. Hopefully that doesn't play out against us. Because we'll, like, realistically, where that plays out is when Kane rejoins us here. We want damage rolls to be as good as they possibly can be. I don't have enough time to look at the menu, nor am I well versed enough to know, like, what level he's going to be at versus what level we need him or want him to be at for a good, efficient Valvolus fight. The important part is that I just execute the stuff that I need to execute. We're gonna cross our fingers that Valvelus does not weak Cecil first. Anybody else is fine, just not Cecil. If she weaks Cecil, you automatically lose time because you have to bring him back up as quickly as possible. No way! It's the really funny part about messing up the step route and getting that extra encounter, or two, like maybe like an extra 2 encounters or so, is that I made sure to pull up the screenshot for the steps to take on that screen, and I still messed it up. Like I absent-mindedly walked to the left on the screen before it. I don't know, you know, just some combination of nerves and having to do steps in a spot that I'm not used to. Like, I'm not used to having to take 38 extra steps. I think that was the problem. Maybe that was the problem. I think I took 2 steps too few. I think I counted to 36, but I included the first 2 as part of the 36. I think that's where I went wrong. Alright, well. It's the whole... The nuanced difference in the notes between what are deemed to be optional steps and what are deemed to be extra steps. Like, it's just the terminology that was used. There's nothing optional about the optional steps. It's just, you know, I think I just misread what I was supposed to do. It's definitely on me, one way or the other. Again, it's still okay. You just concentrate and execute this Valvelus fight. Yeah, okay. Like, I knew it was existing language previously. Oh boy, getting cozy. No, not Yang. Moron. Don't make me pay for that, Valveless. I don't even have any menuing plans here. It's fine. The interlace to death? Is there something wrong with my stream? Oh, no, okay, it's the death animation. I'm being an idiot. I am... Yeah, don't mind me. No, you're good. Okay, so we need to bring the chocobars back up. And I really hope we get second try bird. I see what you did there. Nope. Okay, we're good. Third try bird. Really? It did not look okay to me at all. It looked like it was like way in a bad spot. Maybe my bars aren't set up properly, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay, that's something that I did not know. Okay, yeah, I was doing exactly that. I was tracing that diagonal and going, oh, well, you know, it clearly went down and off in a bad way. That's my bad. Still learning. Yeah, I knew it was the topmost pixel, but it always looked like it looked like it was dipping back. And yeah, like, I'm extrapolating data. I know the first bird was definitely bad. The first bird coming out of my city was super bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. They are indeed. Eventually he figured out which way to go. Yeah, gotta do them steps. Yes, get your sour pleases out. $105. 20 something. I was gonna throw a cure on Cecil, but then I had extra menuing time at the end of Valveless, and I moved the cure potions away. So I'm like, never mind. $3,100 hit points, right? Nine. Nice. Okay. All right. I mean, a little lower than I'm used to him throwing out really big damage, so I think the jump damage was fine. I think I've just seen higher, so I had this weird expectation. I expect more of a guy who's willing to betray me at every turn. Alright, so now is when, hopefully, my strategy pays off. So we are roughly a minute ahead. During my PB, I did roughly 1:10 seconds of pause strats to pause my in-game timer, and I ended up near the front end of the safe range, and this time I didn't do any pause strats. So that tells me that I should be roughly at the same point. So let's get this party started. I didn't make any shopping mistakes. About 1:10 seconds. Like, I paused during the first two fights at the very opening. I did lots of pausing, like, so that's like 10 seconds. Like, these are my estimations. Like, 10 seconds worth of pausing at the very beginning, 30 seconds with Tella and Edward, and then 30 seconds with Edward and the Water Hag, and I did none of those. I did no pausing this run. So, assuming, perhaps incorrectly, that it's 1 for 1, that, you know, if I paused for 1 minute and 10 seconds and ended up with like a mid 142 in-game timer, like right at the beginning of the safe zone, that if I'm 1 minute and 10 seconds ahead but didn't do any pausing, that I should be roughly in the same spot, I imagine. Unless they are somehow weighted differently, which now would be a fun time to find out. But I'm gonna be safe about it, as safe as I can be. You know, it's not safe to leave until 1:42:24. Alright, let me do all this stuff here. So we are at 1:42. That should be good. Maybe I'll wait until 20. Just, you know, be safe to, because I don't know how far into the 142s I am. Let's go now. We're good. Didn't even have to warp. Like, I had figured it out before that, like, if it takes not quite the full amount of time, the 24 seconds, for me to do all the menuing and walk to the door, if I do it crisply. But I'm not really thinking about how long it takes to do it in the heat of the moment, so... Okay, so get your guesses in. During the Zeromus encounter, the second encounter here, Sid is going to cast Meteo, which is hilarious. Price is Right rules. Please give me your guess between 1,600 and 2,200. Under normal circumstances, I would have felt pretty good about just walking through the door and not waiting like 8 more seconds once I got there. But, you know, I really didn't want to take any chances. Okay. Let's see what Sid can do. First I see 1782, 1873, 1988, and 2020. What's he got? 1880. Smitty with the win. Only 7 away. Didn't overbid. Fantastic stuff. Good work, sir. Me, you fools! So the interesting part, Exodus, is that I'm thinking about where my time is right now. And, like, Did me sitting there for 8 seconds to be safe mean that I'm not gonna catch Penguinator for 6th on the board? It might be close. I might not get there. I might end up right between him and Couch. Which still is like more than I could ask for, to be perfectly honest. This has been a wild, like, 6 weeks. Really, like 10 weeks. Like, I've been playing FF4 primarily for like 2.5 months now. Yep, I think, yeah. That's pretty funny. Yep, so I'm 3 seconds behind Penguinator. That's fine. I don't care. I mean, this is third try bird. But I think we might have only had 2 bad encounters. Yeah, 3 seconds. It's fine. Like, from here, first of all, I'm happy with this run. I did everything I wanted to do, execution-wise, in this run. Oh yeah, back to games under 15 minutes, you know it. We did it. Yes, we did, Bowley. We did it. Well, so at this point, like, realistically, because I have now gotten a run where I executed everything that I wanted, the only thing that would be left for me would be to, yeah, literally hold out for better bird RNG. Or get a really good encounter seed and hope that the luck sticks, essentially. Because, yeah, that's... Like, for me, that's all that's left. You know, again, I would have to reintroduce pause strats at that point, because if I think I'm going to be, like, a minute faster, then I'm going to have to reintegrate pause strats, because I'm going to need to catch the earlier bus out of Fusoya's room. Like, I was... The in-game timer is good starting at 1:42:24 for leaving Fusoya's room. Before that, you've got to get all the way up to like a low 1:40. So there's like a 2+ minute gap to cover, which means since I didn't do any pausing this run, I would have to, again, try to nail a really good encounter seed, get good, like, first try bird, and, like, you know, reintroduce my pause strats so that I could be, like, a minute ahead. On the run, but then in reality 2 minutes ahead on the in-game timer, and, like, just catch the end of the safe window, of the previous safe window, if I wanted to go for like a 1:57. Personally, I feel like this has taxed my patience as much as it's going to, and that for as much as I was like, sub 2, I did it, I'm done, I'm gonna sit here and be like, 1:58, I did it, I'm done, and actually mean it this time. Because, yeah, well, it's just it. Like, again, if I would have to, first of all, I would have to commit to changing my audio setup so that I could hear the music. So that I could learn the audio cues for hitting the seed to start the run, and potentially finding and hitting an audio cue for the appropriate seed. That's how I feel Exodus. I really do feel like I'm done right now. Right, so Sorcerer, when I was trying to lock in the seed to start the run, and then the seed on the restart after the Mist Village clip, because my game audio is coming through the retro tank, it doesn't catch for like 4 or 5 seconds sometimes. So if there is an audio cue, I don't get it. I don't hear it in time. So when I'm trying to lock the seed in to start the run, I'm literally using a timer on my phone. And, you know, you're playing with variables there where it's like, well, I hope I turn the console on at the same time I start the timer on my phone with my other hand. Otherwise, trying to hit a frame-perfect A-press is not going to go very well. And it often doesn't. Like, sometimes I get it first or second try, but more often I spend 10 minutes trying to hit that seed just so I can start an attempt. Vonivan and several other runners have explained to me that, like, they use an audio cue to lock that seed in. And, like, second or third tries, like not unheard of regularly. So, and then for me, for the same reason, off of the hard reset, I'm essentially trying to press A roughly 3.2 seconds after I power the console on. So in that case, I'm staring at my live split timer. Exactly. That's exactly what I would have to do. I would have to, because if I just feed the audio someplace else before it goes into the retro tank, then I can hear it there, I'll get the audio right away and I can listen for the sound cue. I couldn't be asked to do that. So I'm like, where am I gonna send it? You know what, never mind. Yeah, for sure. Like, it's, if you, like, the level of consistency that it sounds like is required to be able to do soft reset and still get good seeds just seems beyond my grasp. So, well, I appreciate that. But again, at this point, that's not a problem anymore. It would have been cool to be 6th, but I'm happy with 7th. Like, it would have been cool to be like the leader of that group, like where the next step up is like half a minute to El Magoose. You know, like it's but that's alright. I am perfectly fine. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that exiting for sure. Well, again, super happy. Thank you, Bolly. Super happy that I'm local recording this, since my internet frickin' dropped at the most critical moment. You know, my my internet dropped, I think, like right before I did Mylon. So right before Carrot. And then it literally came, yeah, right at the start of the fight, and it came back and I'm doing the Paladin fight. Yeah, that was this run. What I'll do, I always like for a PB, yeah, came back and I'm like, oh, it's gold, everything's fine, totally not spliced. What I'll do, because on a PB, I like to let it roll all the way until it says the end at the end of the credits. But at the end of this, anybody who feels like hanging out past that point, I'll stop the local record at that point and I'll bring it up on VLC so I can show the fights that led to the gold split. And see if my internet is just allergic to me doing well. We'll see if see if my internet goes out again when I try to play it back on VLC. Oh boy. And this is a Paladin PB too. That's the other thing. This is both. This is a Paladin PB by 35 seconds. So Paladin, I go from 23rd up to, I'm tied with Vonnie in 15th. So I've tied my professor. Vonnie, who taught me everything but Carrot, essentially. He taught me everything about this run. Wow. That's wild. And you know, Exodus, I will not sit here and act like I wasn't thinking about it. Anytime I get out of Fabul on a good pace, I'm like, dude, Carrot, you're in. Carrot, and it's a free PB. Just do it. And then I get extra nervous. So, like, I was kind of hoping, like, if this run wasn't the run for noCW, at least it would be the Paladin run, and it would get that out of my system so that I wouldn't keep thinking about, ooh, this could be a Pally PB. And, like, get all caught up and extra nervous for the Mylon and Mylon Z fights, and just kind of settle in, like, in other runs after I've botched this one. But it turns out I didn't botch this one, so... Absolutely. Yeah. Like, I didn't get... Since that's the thing. Like, there's two different turn orders that I get during Octomam. Like, I don't know how common this is for other people, but it's just like my... I suppose perhaps my inconsistent menuing. It seems to branch out at the moment that you either get Tella's third turn or Rydia's second turn. This time I get Rydia's second turn, and that fight is slower for me. If I get Tella's third turn, which I did in my previous attempt tonight, I come out of Octomam sometimes minus 30. Like, so that, like, I could save, like, 15, 20 seconds on Octomam alone. But I am pretty sure that the Paladin Hour had 0 bad encounters. So, like, again, this is, like, literally... This is all the things. All at once. I knew I could do it. Oh, wow, okay. I mean, and that could be it. You know, at one point, it felt like... For me, it felt like I was getting branches out because my equipping of the dagger for Rydia was very awkward at times. Like, I was a bit slow, like I would accidentally press up before I had control and hit A, and I would start to, like, I would choose fight at first, and then have to back out and come over to the item menu. But as I tightened it up, yeah, it was still kind of inconsistent, so I guess it does make sense that it might have to be... Yeah, my equipping of the Darkness Sword is not the best all the time. It's not the best ever, but it's inconsistent. So this time I got Rydia first, and I go safe. Like, I will readily admit that I'm safe in the Octomam fight. Like, Tella's 4th turn is always Cure 2. Always. Like, I've never really gotten away from that. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be honest. It's just that if Tella gets his 3rd turn before Rydia gets her 2nd, then it lines up where he can go lit, cure, stop. And Cecil still has action and control during the long exposition about Octomam slowing down, and I can pull the trash can up and all that stuff. But if it's Rydia, then I have to go lit, cure, lit. And otherwise, if I have him parry or stop at that point, then Cecil is the one landing the hit that starts the exposition, and I want... Right, yeah, because again, I'm effectively trading, because I by no means what do I want to do 4 lit ones in the same fight. You know, like get the 3 in to try to get Octomam slowed down, but then I want Tella out of that fight. So, but yeah, I mean, there's time there, but... And again, this is largely what it comes down to, is I did lose Step Route right at the end and took an extra, like, encounter or 2, I think, in Tower of Zot on the way up to the Sisters, because I just miscounted the steps I was supposed to take in Teroya, because I was in a weird spot I hadn't had to take extra steps in before. But yeah, like, again, already I can see the time saves that I would be looking for. I would be looking for, you know, a very speedy Octomam, just a better Valvola split, and then doing pause strats to try to catch the earlier window, like the window, the in-game timer window that ends in, like, the low 140. Right, exactly. Well, yeah, not just a better Valvola split, but first try bird. So, you know, don't get a better encounter scene. Yo, what's going on, Elrock? Thank you for the GG. But I think it was 2 bad encounters for this whole run, and they were back to back in the Magnus Cave. They were both 2 ogres, so not a huge time loss to get away from. Yo, thanks, Creeping Death. Okay, so now that the music has started, let me stop my local